Hello and a warm welcome to Conny Decorates today, and of course with heart and passion.
With heart and passion. Michaela Coman.
That's right, here in the dining room, a wild arrangement today featuring this beautiful nutcracker, and yes, it brought us a lot of joy. And before we get started, if you ever feel like trying out some healthy, quick recipes, or maybe ice bathing, or perhaps some nice stretching exercises, just take a look down here in the bio. There you'll find a link to Power of Balance, which is another channel. And yes, there are also some really lovely things there. But today, of course, it's all about this Christmas decoration, dear friends. And stay tuned, because now we're going to show you how this one actually works. And then we'll get started with our, let's say, filled Advent basket. For me, it's just a way to use up some leftovers again. I found a few things here. I also think this basket is really, really beautiful. It was actually still out on the terrace, and for the base, I'm just going to use a clay plate as the bottom. That's of course ideal, especially here when you have floral foam that's been soaked and is moist. And these are also leftovers that I had out on the terrace. And I'd really like to add these here as well. I think these two are actually enough. I don't even need the other one. And today I'm definitely going to use Oasis Fix for this. I'm using a pin holder and this Oasis Fix here, and I'm going to secure it because I'll be transporting it. It's stable in here, but I really want to secure it a bit more with the floral foam, and I'll show you why in a moment. I'll need that stability later for my decorative element. That's why I'm doing it this way today. I'll take a bit off here and then I'll go ahead and secure it onto my plate. Because later on, I want to include this nutcracker as part of the decoration here. And of course, you'll get stability later by inserting things here and having lots of fir branches or whatever else you want to stick in here. That's where the stability will actually come from later on. And that's why I'm already starting to see which leftovers I have. Today, I also want to use up all my leftovers here, or rather, use up the leftovers that I had from my recent decorations and wreaths, Advent decoration ideas, and now I'm just cutting off a few branches here and there. I'll use the slender branches. I still have quite a few here, and I'll just stick them in here because I want to have some twigs pointing both inward and outward. So I'm taking some branches pointing upwards, some pointing downwards, which is actually perfect now. These are things I could never really use in my decorations before. The pine branches, of course, are great, and now I can use them really well here too. We've really managed to use up all the leftovers here, just stuck them in wherever. And I think this string of lights is so beautiful. It's a bit longer and has such a lovely glow. And I think if you just tuck it in here, by the way, take a look down in the video description. You'll find a link to our website, and that'll take you to Hof Ulkes, because we actually have these in our online shop as well. I think you can leave it out looking nice for a long time afterwards. And we also have string lights, and they even have a timer, which is of course perfect. Just now Misha handed me a stick, so I'll just use it to push this through here real quick. All right, the string lights are in. Now I'll just see if I can find a spot here where it's a bit more secure. First, I'll just make a bit of space for myself, and then it's really nice and stable in here. Now you could maybe add a little bit more fir wood to reinforce it, or for example, put some small wooden sticks at the bottom here for extra stability. So now it's standing, and now I'll take my few ornaments. There aren't many, but I think this color is really beautiful and goes well with it. They don't even have any hangers left, so I'll just nicely place them in here. I still have a bit of ginger left, and I'll actually attach that to the basket as well. A bit of hot glue. I'd really like to add one more nice highlight. I'd like to use a pine cone, and I'll put it back here where I also have the battery compartment. There's a little gap there, and I'll just fix it in place with a bit of hot glue, and then we're done. Of course, we really hope that the person will be happy about it. It's easy to transport, and we're glad that we were able to make good use of the fir branches we still had for this arrangement. Just all mixed together in a wild way, dear ones. And of course, we really hope you like this wild arrangement style too. If you do, we'd love a thumbs up, and we're looking forward to decorating with and for you again in the coming days. We wish you a wonderful first Advent now. Exactly, stay healthy and see you soon. Yours, Conny, and
yours, Misha, your cameraman.
that's right, dear ones. See you then. Bye.